Hi there, yeah, my name is Jose. Some people call me Mango Joe. Um, I've been on this path for the past 2 years already. I used to have a pretty decent diet, like green smoothies, lots of vegetables and fruits, but as well I had some meat, dairy products, and some grains. My friends always told me like, "Oh, you're gonna become a vegan one day." I was like, "No way! I'm never gonna stop eating dairy. I love cheese. I grew up in Spain. I believe we have one of the best cheeses in the world." And but slowly, I had these certain issues, that I think most of us deal with, such as like snoring, spring allergy. And what was the remedy for allergy? First, like the regular pills that they give in the pharmacy that give you kind of like a groggy state throughout the day. And then I said, okay, I want to go for something more natural, but then you depend on this other pill that if you're not able to get, you're still at the mercy of the allergy, which is really uncomfortable, at least for me. And so I moved to Bali and I started inquiring more about like how can we heal our body through simple practices, even though there's this naturopathic path, which is we use vitamins and minerals and supplements and enzymes, but it's still depending on this external source. So it never felt right. So I started discovering raw foods, and I started doing lots of raw foods, and I went into the biggest crime into our health, which is cashews. So I started going full on cashews. I was in Bali, they were like $7 a kilo. So I was like, oh man, I can do cashew cheese, fermented this, whipped butters and whatnot. And I started noticing that my joints were hurting, And I knew that something was not right, but I couldn't blame it on the cashews. They were so tasty. And suddenly, long story short, this book just appeared in my path, and it was Dr. Morse's book, the Detox Miracle book, which I recommend all of you getting it if you don't have it yet. And I started reading, and it said like, you eat all fruits and your body will heal. Like, this guy is crazy. How can you eat only fruits? You need other things. I still was into the protein mindset that you need your X amount of proteins, calories, and lipids. And I started going more towards the fruit side, but still having my protein side. No meats or dairies whatsoever. I was already vegan, and I started having more fruits, but still some quinoa and grains. Still like my ancestors. I'm originally from Mexico. They've been eating grains for a long time, or corn, or tortilla, or beans. And then one day I said, okay, I'm gonna give it a try. I talked to my partner and said, starting October, we're gonna go only on fruits. And what's the worst that can happen? That we don't like it or it doesn't work, and we go back to our standard healthy diet already, right? Started with the fruit diet, that now I call it a lifestyle. It's not a diet. And whoa, it was like, is it even possible? My partner, her body got bloated for a week, and then she released so much mucus, so much liquid, only on fruits. We were not relying on anything or specialists or doctors. And myself, no snoring. Guess who was the first one to notice it? My partner. She was so happy. And then by then I've already started working with some clients regarding their health, and I was trying, I'm a chef as well, so I was trying to unlearn everything that I learned in school, which is cooking everything to death, but I still have the systems of the kitchen. I was trying to teach people how could they transition to a healthier diet without living the tasty flavors that we grew up with, right? So I was trying to go to raw food and whatnot, but then I said like, no, I gotta change drastically. I went to fruits, and I started teaching my clients that if they start eating 50%, 60%, 80%, and you really, really need to heal 100% fruits, you will notice how your body really, really recovers and heals. There's no disease, there's no illness, there's just symptoms, and we have to tackle the root of those symptoms, right? Fast forward, I'm here, level 2, Dr. Morse. First time I met him, it was in May, and I couldn't believe I was meeting the guy behind the videos, behind all that knowledge that I've been soaking in for the past months. So now I'm doing my iridology, which I believe is one of the coolest things ever that we can learn. I think everybody should learn that in school, so they can read their friends and family members' eyes and say like, oh, you could have this, or you had this, so why don't you watch your salt and take a little bit? And I think it's a path that is not easy at the beginning, but it's very rewarding. You'll discover that you can heal and remediate symptoms that you thought that were impossible to do so from your family members, that is our closest humans to our life, and to our pets even. And now I try to show this and showcase this to the rest of the world. I host a wellness and detox retreats throughout the world, and people really notice the difference. I had a guest with 72-year-old physiotherapist. Her hands is her life and her work. She said, I'm coming here because I have arthritis. You think this could help in 4 days? I'm like, what? Give it a try, you know? If not, you'll have to go a little bit longer. 4 days after, she's like, my fingers, what have you been doing? I'm like, I haven't been doing anything. You've been eating fruits, that's it, you know? So that's just one of the many examples I think everybody here has to share. I've been doing fasting, dry fasting, which I believe it's one of the most important things that we should do for our body. You know, we used to do that when we were nomads. We will gather some fruits or vegetables, and then we will walk, and then we wouldn't have food for a week, so we were fasting. But nowadays we do the opposite. When is the last time you skipped a meal? So try skipping one meal, and then okay, it was not that bad, then you can skip 2 meals, and so on. So really give yourself permission to heal, unless you really unless you're really attached to that lifestyle of suffering, right? But we all want to be happy and free, and we deserve that. It's a birthright. So keep on digging, keep on laughing, and don't forget to dance throughout the way. Namaste.